Ay, 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 I just wanna have fun. Come and pick me up, meet me at the spot. Up all night till the sunrise. Pop back cool, get ready for the ride. Don't it feel good? Don't it feel good? Don't it feel? Holy moly, guacamole in my pockets. What a blessing. Got it on me, I got options, real stepper. Check the shoes, get it poppin'. Eating good, feeling good, where my hopping done at. Put it on a plate with some lemonade. That's the way we did it in the old days. Back then, mama said, get up, walk on play. But you better not come home like this. Street lights, we was young racing. Street lights, carefree was the best time. Fast forward, daydreaming about the next time. When it's gonna happen again, cause I just wanna have fun. Come and pick me up, meet me at the spot. Up all night till the sunrise. Pop back cool, get ready for the ride. Don't it feel good? Don't it feel good? Don't it feel good? How you feel? Turn it up a notch, pop up clean room. Everyday celebration, take a trip vacation. You deserve a day, you deserve a day off. Working for too long, gotta keep back. Turn my cell phone off, wait till I get back. Ooh, yeah, this that. Living my life with no regrets. So I title, link up, pull up on me. We did chillin'.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Drop your voicemail, 804-592-6160, baby.
I just wanna have fun.
Oh, come and pick me up.
Meet me at the spot. Up all night till the sunrise. Pop back cool, get ready for the ride.
Oh, don't it feel good? Got that gabagool, gabagool. Don't it feel good? I got my gabagool. Good morning, good morning, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. How are you doing? And welcome to All Rise and Shine. It is I, and I am him, Pete Simonetti. I feel like going into my ready to bring you another day of Yankee play-by-play. Anyway, that'll be next year. We got time for that. But good morning, good morning, good morning. I hope everybody is doing well. I almost want to say long time no see because I feel like it's been a long time since I've been here. But here's the thing, guys. It's crazy, right? Because typically in years past, the Yankees have not gone to the World Series, right? So I almost feel like with the world going to the World Series and having to call that and only focus on the World Series, I almost feel like I'm playing catch up. Typically, news breaks and like, boop, Pete's on it. I feel like I've been playing catch up, and I've also been busy with setting this thing up for New York on Sunday, which I'm going to talk about today, guys. Raffle tickets are ready to go, so I'll tell you guys about that a little more as we go into today's show. But excuse me, we got voicemails, we got all that fun stuff today. I'm playing catch up. So we'll go over all that fun stuff today, but I do want to get caught up with some of the comments from Brian Cashman and then give my, early take on all the Juan Soto madness that's already out there. You got, I don't want to really just, John Heyman, to be honest. I know some people aren't going to like this. He's not one of the worst out there, but John Heyman cracks me up, man, because you always know with John Heyman, right? You're going to get some crazy-ass mystery clubs. Oh, man, you're going to get some names out there that you're just like, why? Why? Like, why is that news? Like, why is that legitimate news? Come on now, brother. Like, I get it. You're going to put out there what you're supposed to, or what Scott Boras asked you to go ahead and put out there. Completely understand also. He's in media. You got people that work with agents in media. Very common. Nothing not so common. You're part of the negotiation in many ways. But it's funny hearing some of the teams out there. They're like, hey, I'm very interested. They really want this guy. We'll talk about it. But we do got to start with Brian Cashman. As some of you may know, the GM meetings are basically underway. There's quotes today and yesterday. You got stuff from Brian Cashman, I believe, on Tuesday. There was some Brian Cashman quotes out there. There are more quotes coming, I believe, yesterday from Scott Boras. So the hot stove is picking up, guys. Deals are starting to be made. You're starting to hear conversations about what it's going to take, what the process is going to look like. But I do want to start with Brian Cashman because there are a lot of, I don't want to say a lot of news, but a lot of stuff we can discuss. And I want to go over every one of these clips. I want to get your guys' take in the chat and all that fun stuff. And, of course, give my opinion on what we're hearing from Brian Cashman. So let's jump right into that immediately. Let's switch on over here. Let's take a listen to Brian Cashman. All right, sound's on. We're good to go. Here we go.
There's some moves in the playoffs that didn't work out that you're disappointed in with him.
That's true. That you can do that. You know, the manager job is so impossible. So you can play the game of second guessing because you're either going to make a move and it'll be right, you make a move and it'll be wrong, and then have at it, right? So, as I said, I think he's a really, really good manager. I think we're lucky to have him, and he's done a great job. And but at the same time, it's a very hard job to do, always. So, and it gets harder in the postseason because ultimately, it's either whatever you do either works or it doesn't. So there's no gray area.
So there you have. Let me actually see if I can throw my camera here. There we go, perfect. But let me switch over here because there you have the first comments right there. Where you have Brian Cashman obviously being asked about Aaron Boone's manager decisions. And he's right about one thing. He is very, very right that a move could work and you look like a genius. A move could not work and you look like a jerk off. I mean, that is obviously the case. You can make some of the most random ass moves on planet Earth. And if it works, you go, wow, that actually worked. For an example, I'll give you two examples. Ready? Here we go. Nestor Cortez facing the three guys that he got to face. Ohtani with 2 outs, again, I'm okay with. I would like that. With knowing you got to go a little longer and he's going to face Mookie Betts and or Freddie Freeman, I think Tim Hill, I think everybody kind of agrees Tim Hill would have been the right move. Now, here's the craziest thing, right? If Nestor gets out of that, we win game 1, and everybody's sitting there going, wow, they did it. I can't friggin' believe it. They did it. They did it. They won it. I can't believe Nestor, of all people, came out of nowhere and pulled it off, right? Or, here's another situation. Mark Leiter Jr. Now, I know, don't you lie to me. Don't you dare lie to me. And trust me, I don't really want to talk about the World Series, so I'm going to try to move on from this quick because I'm still a little heartbroken. I'm not going to front. But don't you lie to me out there and tell me that every time Mark Leiter took that baseball, that you weren't shitting your drawers the way I was. Fact of the matter is, Mark Leiter worked. It friggin' worked. So, I mean, that is correct from Brian Cashman. Don't get me wrong. He's right. What I would like to hear him say is just have a little bit of accountability. Just a little bit. A little bit. Tiny little bit. Tiny little bit. That's it. A tiny little bit. To simply go, were there a couple of moves that you could look back on and question? Potentially. But that's everything. I mean, just be a little upfront and honest in regards of not just saying, hey, any move you can question, understand. But say that, in hindsight, looking back on this, maybe there were a few situations there where you can make some different moves. Unfortunately, then, if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. We may not be talking about it if it doesn't. But again, this is something I've talked about a lot with the Yankees. have a little bit of accountability. I'm not going to play this one because it's really long, but here's what also Brian Cashman said about the Yankees' poor play. First and foremost, I acknowledge we played it poorly in the World Series. We saw that, and unfortunately, our A game didn't show up when it counted most. The issue here with that take, and I believe what Brian Cashman, I hope the clip is here, but I do remember him talking about this, and I'll actually, next to something else, but my problem with that right there is we didn't show our A game. We didn't play our A game. Here's my issue with that comment from Brian Cashman. For the things that the Yankees messed up on, fundamentals of the game, base running, fielding, these are not things that you showed all year. That you can say, well, our A game just didn't show up in the World Series. Well, Brian, to be fair, Brian, here's the problem. You guys didn't show that most of the year. And this, my friends, is the problem with the current leadership of the New York Yankees. And this has been a problem for a long time, going back to when Brian Cashman sat there and said, I'm not even talking about Aaron Boone here. Some of it has to do with him, but I'm focusing on Brian Cashman here. Brian Cashman said a few years back, somebody asked him, but do the results not matter when it comes to firing people or people losing their job? Brian Cashman's exact answer to that was, as long as the process is being followed, they don't really see wins and losses as a metric there to get rid of somebody. Now that has stuck with me forever because that is batshit crazy. And when you start saying stuff like that, let me tell you what has happened. When you look at yourself in the mirror, you do not find any faults whatsoever. You simply see yourself as, I am smarter and better than everybody out there. The fact of the matter is that they can say things like that, but then also talk specifically about base running, talk about their minor league system, which, by the way, I'm not going to front. Carlos of Yankees Farm clarified a lot of this, and he's right. He said some of the stuff in the minor leagues that Cashman talked about when it comes to the way guys are coming up with base running, they do a good job in the minor leagues. Problem is, it doesn't seem like it's really being enforced or being held accountable at the major league level. Now, of course, ladies and gentlemen, whether you love Aaron Boone, whether you feel none of this has to do with him, at the end of the day, that does have to do with your manager and your coaching staff. You can sit there all day and go, but Pete, these are major league ball players. Agreed. They are major league ball players. They're also men. They're also grown men. They're also supposed to have a leader. The leader of that team who's getting paid to be the leader of that team, the manager, has to be held responsible when the major league team is not doing the fundamentals. They're not doing the basics of basics. You had an inning that might go down as one of the biggest meltdowns in Yankee history, and it should. And it was all about a lack of basic fundamentals. You can show that fifth inning to a Little League club and go point out what they've done wrong here. And I bet you're going to have kids pointing out what they've done here. But again, folks, this has been a problem with the Yankees for a while. They don't seem to be able to look themselves in the mirror and go, we have had poor fundamentals this year at the major league level. It's odd because we really feel we got it straight at the minor league level. We really feel like we do a good job there. But at the major league level, what you guys saw is what we seen also. And it is an issue. It is something we know going into this offseason we have to get better with. Ladies and gentlemen, I know it's easy to kick a dog when it's down. To kick somebody when it's down. I always said sometimes it's cowardly work, right? You're beating up somebody when they're at their low point. When somebody makes, the mob mentality mindset, so to say, when this person is down, punch them. Bam! Hit them again when they're down on the floor, right? Keep doing that. Rah, what's up, my brother? He says, good morning from Dominican Republic. Talk that talk, brother. You know I'm gonna. But it's a mob mentality when you beat up somebody when they're down. Whether you like it or not, it's happening to the Yankees. And if you don't think it has to do with kicking a dog when it's down, beating a dead horse, quote unquote, you got a couple of Dodgers players now coming out basically shitting on the Yankees after the Dodgers defeated them. One of them, Joe Kelly, never pitched in the series. Whether you disagree with him or not, he never pitched. He never pitched at all. Had nothing really to do with this series and winning it. Nothing whatsoever. He shit on the Yankees about the Yankees' lack of fundamentals, basically saying, we kind of knew going in. We knew going in the man had no chance. We knew going in they couldn't beat us because all we had to do was put the ball in play. We saw the scouting report from the Dodgers. That was an insult to the Yankees. We then had Rojas now come out, and he's also kind of piling on the Yankees here. But let me tell you something, guys. When you put your pride aside, and when you go, I know I'm a Yankee fan. Of course I am. This bothers me because I'm a Yankee fan. But when you take off the blinders and you go, I mean, they do got a point. They have a bit of a point here. Whether we want to admit it or not, they have a bit of a point. And I just hope that instead of the Yankees sitting there and saying things like, our fundamentals are great. All this is amazing. All this is nice. All this is great. I look at this organization in the mirror and I see greatness. There's not much we got to do. We just got to add some more players and we're good to go. No, there's an issue. There's a problem. There's a problem. There's a problem. Mike Lopez, I got no idea what the hell you're talking about. Think that the Yankees will beat the Padres. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. The season is over. And if you're coming out with, well, the Yankees have beat this club, who cares? The Yankees are out. It's over. They didn't win. They're done. I don't know where you're going at with the Yankees beat the Padres of all clubs. I got no clue what you're talking about. Anyway, moving on from that. The Yankees just need to self-reflect for real. They need to self-reflect and need to understand that they do have issues. They do have problems. And at the major league level, accountability, urgency, leadership. Folks, you're hearing it again. I don't know how many years have to go by for the Yankees to recognize what are you going to do here? What are you going to do? Are we ever going to make a change? Or are we going to let the same thing continue to hit us on the way out? Bop! You're eliminated. Wait for a second. Boom! That's what's happening. Here's Brian Cashman on Yankee free agent Gleyber Torres. Have a listen.
Does that bother you? His defense, is that a problem in your mind? When you look at his fielding percentage, and obviously he's very good going to the right, but not very good going the other way.
I think Gleyber has been a really good Major League Baseball player. In the end, one of the reasons why we got as far as we did. I'm not going to dissect what he's good at and what he's not as good at. Obviously, I think he'll have a lot of conversations with a lot of teams that have a need in that area. And that also might include us, who knows. But I appreciate his efforts while he was here. And he was mashing down the stretch like we needed him to be. But again, everybody has their strengths and weaknesses, but I'm not going to dissect what's best as we move forward. We're just going to obviously make the best decisions we can with what's available from within or outside. We can import a third baseman, move Jazz over. We can promote from within with a guy like Caleb Durbin, for instance, who's crushing it in the Arizona Fall League. We can run into some trade opportunities or free agents. Just not sure what we're going to do just yet. But I want to thank Gleyber for the time while he was here, without closing any doors either on a reunion either.
So there you have it right there from Brian Cashman talking about Gleyber Torres. And obviously, one thing Brian Cashman does an amazing job of. The people around him, they do not leak a lot of information, and they also kind of are able to talk in a way of saying, we have replacements, we have options, we have this, we have that. They never give away leverage whatsoever in any way that they're thinking. So Brian Cashman is obviously a veteran at doing this. He knows what he's doing in that regard. He does not give many things away, but I can give this one away for you guys. The Yankees want Juan Soto back, okay? And we're going to get into that. I'm not going to jump into that right now because I'm going to get into that with you guys here momentarily, but Gleyber Torres is going to get a decent chunk of change. Obviously, the Yankees didn't offer him the qualifying offer for two reasons. One, he probably would have accepted it. And two, look at the amount of money it is. If a qualifying offer was 7, 8, 9 million, which it's not, it's almost 20 million, 19, 18, 19, 20 million, whatever the hell it is. If it was a lot less than that, the Yankees would have offered it to him and said, hey, if he accepts it, we get Gleyber back for, under $10 million. Unfortunately, that's not the case. It's a lot of more money than that. Gleyber would have took it if the Yankees gave him the qualifying offer. I really believe that. I don't think Gleyber would have said, no, I'll get a 3-year deal somewhere. Hey, I know these guys. I know this team. I know this organization. They want to pay me $20 million for 1 year. Where do I sign? Sign me up because I need to bounce back anyway. I'm still young. Let me get my pen out. Matter of fact, I'm going to keep talking while I sign. I'm still young. I'm going to have a great year in 2025 like I did in September. Maybe, hell, they'll leave me off again. Maybe Soto will be protecting me. I'm going to go ahead and sign right now because who the hell wouldn't take that deal? That's why the Yankees didn't give it to him. So do I expect Gleyber Torres to be back now? No, I don't. I think there's a possibility. I don't think he is. I think at the end of the day with the Yankees right now, look, you hear Brian Cashman mention Caleb Durbin. Now look, from what I hear about Caleb Durbin, a lot of people really like this kid. A lot of people like Caleb Durbin. Awesome. I get it. Here's what I'll say about Brian Cashman and co. A lot of times you can almost go, right? You can almost go to Anthony Volpe as one of the only young players I remember that the Yankees have said, no, we're serious about starting this guy, or we didn't do this because we really like Anthony Volpe. Not many times the New York Yankees do this with anybody. So when Brian Cashman mentions Caleb Durbin, what I need everybody to understand is don't go getting your hopes up and doing cartwheels like, oh, cool, I'm excited about Caleb Durbin. I'll put every single dollar on it I got. He's not 1A or 1B. He might be 1C, but he's definitely not the first or second option the Yankees are strongly considering. I can tell you that right now. They do this a lot. And if you guys, look, I don't have to go over it with you. You know. How many times have we heard, well, we don't need to go get the center fielder because we got this guy. And we really don't need to look at that because of so-and-so. There's this one kid, he could fill in the spot. No problem. So I'm just saying, take it easy when we think about it like that. But let's see. I don't want to jump to that. Well, let's see. All right. So that's the base running stuff. We've talked about that already. That's a little Juan Soto stuff I do want to get here. All right. Let's start with the first one of him talking about Juan Soto. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's cut to that clip. Here we go.
When you recruit high-profile external free agents, you have pitch meetings and put your best foot forward. Do you have a need, or do you anticipate that with Juan, or is that not needed since he spent the season here?
I think I had a conversation with Scott Boras yesterday, so I know he was going to have conversations with Juan. Since he knows us, we are standing ready to meet with him if he feels necessary to meet with us, as he, understands the landscape of opportunities that now exist for himself. He's played obviously in Washington, he played in San Diego, now he's played here. So we are more than willing to meet as many times as he would like to meet. But I think Scott Boras was going to talk to Juan and get a feel for whether he felt it was necessary for us to have as many time in person with him as other clubs, because he knows us, so we stand ready to do whatever. We certainly have an interest in retaining him, and we'll put our best foot forward there. But at the same time, that'll either lead to us retaining him and signing him back, or we'll be forced to go to a different direction if we can't. And if we can't, there's a lot of different players in this marketplace that can positively impact this roster in different ways. So, we will be working on, every aspect of opportunity and exploring any way possible to put together the best team we possibly can for 2025, because we want to get back to where we just finished, which was
All right, so I'll finish with where Brian Cashman ended. We want to put together the best team we could put together for 2025. That team exists with Juan Soto on it. So at the end of the day, that is a GM throwing out spin, because a GM's never going to come out. It is negotiations. No matter how you see it, it's negotiations. That's why I kind of thought it was hilarious. I thought it was hilarious when people were going, oh my God, I can't believe Juan Soto, after the Yankees lost, didn't say he wants to be a Yankee. Oh my God. Folks, he's not going to say it. And for people, some people told me, and again, I don't want to throw this on this person if they never said it, but some people said even Michael Kay was kind of overreacting to Juan Soto's closing statements, so to say, after the Yankees final out in the World Series, where he didn't give anything away. He didn't sit there and go, oh, I want to be a Yankee. I love it. He didn't really give anything away. He's a professional at this. The one thing I know about Scott Boras is dictating everything that Juan Soto says. He is well-versed in saying, here's what you say, here's what you don't say. That's it. Keep it close to the vest. That is it. Brian Cashman does the same thing. As Josh says, I trust nothing he says in these press conferences, nor should you. Shouldn't trust anything. But when Brian look, there are also many things that as Scott Boras. There are many things that as Juan Soto, right? If I'm Juan Soto and Scott Boras and I'm sitting down with the Yankees, I got many advantages over you right now. A lot of advantages. The couple of big ones here is, so Brian Cashman, Hal Steinbrenner. By the way, I really believe Hal Steinbrenner is going to be the one doing a majority of these negotiations. I don't think it's going to be Brian Cashman the way some people believe. I believe Hal Steinbrenner will be doing more of these negotiations, maybe than any deal he's ever done. Because the Judge stuff, he kind of came in late. He was like, just call me. What is it going to take? Let's get this done. You want that? You got it. Captain, all that. All right, sign the deal. We'll talk to you later. I'm on vacation. Bye. He gets it done that way. I think he's going to be more involved with any of this. I think he will be more involved than anybody when it comes to this type of situation here. I really believe that. Now, if you're Scott Boras and you're Juan Soto and you're sitting down with the Yankees, there's two things that you really have on your side. One, we got a couple of games away from winning a World Series. That is true. Very true. So let me ask you guys a question. I'll be Scott Boras. Hey, Brian, Hal, let me ask you guys a question. Would you guys like to go into the playoffs next year with just Aaron Judge after seeing what you just saw? That's one. Would you like to go into the postseason with just Aaron Judge leading that charge after what you just saw. Doesn't mean Aaron Judge is not capable. Doesn't mean Aaron Judge can't do it. Doesn't mean Aaron Judge is not capable of ever being a really good player. Nothing to do with that at all. The fact of the matter is, do you trust it? Okay. I think everybody agrees on that. Now, to what Brian Cashman has said, here's the thing. If we don't bring you back, we have many ways to get better. Okay. You have many ways to get better. Let me give you guys a spoiler alert. Scott Boras and Juan Soto are going to shrug that off like it's the stupidest thing somebody has ever said in planet Earth. No matter what you think, no matter what you say, first of all, the players you may think you can go add and build upon this club that are going to make you guys better, it's going to have to be multiple. And let me tell you something. If I get paid $40+ million a year, they're going to total around that, if not maybe more than that, depending on what my production has been with your guy, which we've shown you that we're probably one of the best duos ever. Without that duo, you guys don't go to the World Series. Hell, you may not go to the playoffs without us together. So you can't really use that against Scott Boras. He's going to laugh at it. Scott Boras is going to sit there and go ahead, do it. Go do it. Go do it. If that's the case, go ahead and try it. Make yourselves better. We'll sit back and we'll look and find out. But go ahead, try it. Try to go after Anthony Santander. Go after Willie Adames. Whatever the hell you think it takes. Pete Alonso. Go ahead. Good luck. Let's see what it looks like compared to what you had. So it's not, there is no leverage for the Yankees. Unfortunately, let me just be real with you guys. Here's the situation. Sometimes in life, you just have to play along with the game. That's it. You just have to play along with the game. That's simple. That's the way it goes. And look, I have been wrong in years past. I have been wrong on predictions. I have been wrong on, I believe Yamamoto's going to be a Yankee. I feel that. I'm hearing that. I believe it. It was wrong. He went to the Dodgers. But I'll say this for this year with a little more direct knowledge and people that I actually speak to on a day-to-day basis, people I consider somewhat of a friend, and definitely have a bit of insight into this situation with Soto. I've said it for a while, and I'll say it again. Juan Soto will play for one or two teams, and that is it. He's going to play for one or two teams. This is my honest opinion. He will be a Yankee or he will be a Met. And that is it. He will be a Yankee or he will be a Met. And Scott Boras is so happy because he gets the opportunity to play two of the biggest markets against one another. One, the Yankees can't lose this, especially to the Mets. And two, the New York Mets can sit there and go, here comes the money. Here comes the money. Money, 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 money. And go, hey, look, we can steal some headlines, no problem. We could also sign them, but I'm not going to go into a whole Mets spiel. I don't know about the Mets like that. I'm not trying to be an asshole. I don't know about the Mets like that. I don't want to be ignorant to the fact. Do the Mets have enough starting pitching? Do they have enough that Soto himself will go, you know what? I'll take $40 million more and I'll go to the Mets because I believe we're going to get better. Or are the Mets better off going, let's spread that money around more? David Stearns is kind of the right guy to put a puzzle together. Know what I mean? David Stearns is not necessarily the guy that I feel like is going to say, let's get Soto and one other guy and we'll kind of piece it together. I think David Stearns is really good. I think he's really good. I think the Mets are actually set up to be very good for years to come if they do the right thing. I'm biased. I want Soto to be a Yankee. I love the guy. I really do. But I'm not stupid. He will be a Yankee or he will be a Met, and they will play off of one another. Now, do I believe he will go for top dollar no matter what? If the Mets come out there and go, we're giving him $10 million more, do I believe that at the end of the day, that just means the New York Yankees are done? No. I believe at the end of the day, again, I'll say it. If it's within striking distance, if it's within an amount where Soto goes, I'm still the highest paid player, AAV, I'll stay with the Yankees. I believe that is the case. Now, if the Mets come out of nowhere and they go, hey, look, man, we'll give you $675, and the Yankees are sitting there going, we're topping out at $620. If it's 50-something million more, yeah, I think he'll leave for that. Because when you're a generational talent like a Judge, like a Soto, like a healthy Mike Trout, a Shohei Ohtani, when you're a guy who is so friggin' elite and so good at what he does, right? When you're that type of player, at the end of the day, you can change a club very quickly. Soto's not going to sit there and feel any type of disrespect. I believe Soto loves New York, and I believe he's going to stay in New York. I just think at the end of the day, it will come down to how close these guys come to one another. And I'll be honest, look, I'm going to allow myself to be shocked here. I know some people believe that Steve Cohen, because he has this type of money, he's just going to go batshit crazy. Let me tell you guys something, too, about Steve Cohen. Steve Cohen's not a moron. Some people just think that Steve Cohen has, a lot of money. He's a billionaire. He got enough money to do whatever the hell he wants with it. But he's also a smart man. I don't think the guy's a moron. I don't think he'll do something where he goes, well, if we do this and we make this type of deal, if we do all that and we make this type of deal, right? We can't do anything else. So should I do that? I don't know. I don't think so. Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe it's smarter if I don't do something like that. At the end of the day, this whole thing's going to play out. You're even hearing people like John Heyman come out and go, the Tampa Bay Rays are interested. The Washington Nationals are interested. Ladies and gentlemen, stop it. Stop it, stop it, stop it. And that is it. That's absolutely nuts. But let's hear it now because we got to hear it from Brian Cashman. Let's take a listen to Scott Boras. Where's it at? Here we go.
Juan's free agency wrapping up on the earlier side, or do you expect this to go into January or February possibly?
Well, due to the volume of interest and Juan's desire to hear, I can't put a time frame on it, but it's going to be a very thorough process for him because he wants to meet people personally, he wants to talk with them, and he wants to hear from them.
All right, so that's one. We got quite a... Whoops, not that one. We got a couple of more here that I want to play. Let me see if they actually show the lines here. 15 years of his prime to offer. We understand that. And then let's get to this one here when he's talking about playing in New York.
Soto enjoyed playing in New York, and how will that factor into whether he goes to either side of town?
I think that playing in New York for Juan was really, really comfortable. He really, really enjoyed his teammates, the Yankee experience. Juan loves winning. You know, the reason Juan Soto got to New York was because with Washington and due to Peter Seidler's illness. Juan Soto wants ownership that he knows is going to support an opportunity to win annually. And it's remarkable to think of a player from a very modest beginning, you know, from the Dominican Republic, that all the monetary offerings that he's received, record offers consistently, that his focus was always I want to know who my owner is, I want to know that we're going to be able to win, and I want to know that besides me, there's going to be a great number of support on the part of the owner, that he has the same desire to win that I do, and that I'm going to commit my career to it, and I want the owner to commit his resources to it. And that's really why Juan Soto became a free agent.
Well, there you have it. And look, the one thing I'm going to say is a lot of these guys, a lot of GMs, right? They gotta, or agents, excuse me, they got to go out there sometimes and kind of bullshit about their guy, right? They're trying to push a narrative or find a way to get more people and more teams involved in trying to get their guy. Here's what I'll say about Soto. When you hear, and this is going to sound silly to some because some people go, oh, no, it's about the money. Money's, of course, involved. We know that. But Soto does want to win. Soto does truly, truly want to win. If you go back to our interview that we did with Jordan the Barber, Jordan's fairly close with Soto, and he said it even from then. I mean, back then and even off camera, you know, Soto's always been a guy. He wants to win. He wants his legacy to be about winning. He doesn't necessarily, he knows what his personal legacy is going to be as a player because he knows how good he is. But he wants to be a winning player. He wants to be able to say, I've won World Series, I've won championships. He already got one. He wants more. Winning the one does nothing for him. He wants to win. And the good thing is, with the Yankees, you know, of course we'd wanted them to be victorious. They didn't win the World Series. But guess what? With a team that you can make an argument with, could have done a little more at the deadline, maybe could have even done a little more in the offseason, whatever excuse you want to make. But at the end of the day, you know you got there. You got to the World Series. You were within winning that Game 5 and being 2 wins away from winning the whole damn thing. Soto knows that. We can look at, we made errors unless we would have won. Who knows what would have happened? Nobody knows. But I know with the Yankees, I got there. I also know with the Yankees over the next multiple years, I'll be there with Garrett Cole. I'll be there with Aaron Judge. Stanton looked a lot better, but they got young guys coming up. Let me sit down and look at the organization with you guys. Louis Hill's a young kid in that rotation. You know, there's a lot of positives when it comes to the Yankees that he can look at and go, I like that. Or he can also say, if I return, I would love for us to work on so and so. So and so. That's simple. Danny, my guy, says Ohtani was smart enough to say I want money, but I also want to win. His business side got him his money, but his athlete side got him a team of stars to go head to head with any other team in the AL, NL. Every year, hope Soto considers this. And I believe he will, because you're not wrong about that. You're right about that. He played it very, very well, and trust me, Soto's a smart guy. He's going to play it very, very well himself. And yeah, man, I believe that over the next couple of days, I hope to have some more news regarding Soto for you guys. And I actually, I believe I will. I believe I will have more news for Soto. But again, where I stand on this is Mets or Yankees. Mets or Yankees. That's it. I don't believe the stuff about, the Dodgers. I don't believe in this or that. I believe it is up to the Mets and the Yankees. Scott Boras has his dream wish because he could play both teams off of one another. And I think ultimately it may come down to one of those calls that Boras puts into Hal and goes, hey, look, here's the bottom line. He wants to play there, but he wants you guys to meet him right here. And if Hal Steinbrenner says no, I don't think Soto will have a problem with saying, then I'll go here. It's still New York. I still got things I like. I enjoy that. I enjoy the city in general. I'll stay here then, and I'll go there. I don't think he's going to be disrespected. I think he's going to get what he wants to get, and that is it. And we got a lot of time to wait and figure it out, but it's going to happen, and we'll be talking about it all off season. Let's get to your guys' voicemails. The real reason you're here, you don't want to hear Pete Simonetti talk. Are you guys kidding? Nobody who wants to hear me talk all this time. Come on. Let's go ahead and get to the first voicemail. And then I want to talk about November 10th. This Sunday, Legacy Bar and Grill brunch with NYYU year-end celebration. We're going to talk about it.
Pete, NYYU fam, Uncle Don
There he
here.
is.
All rise. Good morning, guys. Can't wait till Sunday,
There it is.
NYYU Day.
Okay,
Until
NYYU Day, okay?
Mr. Cashman, you better watch it, bud, because I will lose my shit.
Tell him, Dom.
You will have that rope going up the building in your little elf outfit, greased by P. Diddy.
Hey,
I'll
yo!
oil it up for you. But I'll tell you one thing, Pete. This song goes out to Mr. Soto.
Oh, here
I'm
it
begging,
is.
baby.
Come on.
I don't want my heart to be broken, 'cause the only one I've got. Darling, please be careful. You know I cares a lot. Darling, please don't break my heart. I beg of you.
This guy's great.
Hold my hand, I promise that you'll always love me true. And make me know you love me the same way I love you, baby.
Tell him, Dom,
You
sing it,
got
baby.
me at your mercy. I know that I'm in love with you. Please don't take advantage, 'cause you know my love is true. Darling, please love me too. I beg of you. And I beg,
Come on, Dom.
I beg of you, baby, please come back. Do the right thing, yes. Sign this man. Let's fucking go.
I love that man. I love that man. I love that man, damn it. I tell you what. Let me tell you guys something, man. I can't wait to see all of you. I want all of you to come out. Again, ladies and gentlemen, let me give you the rundown over here. November 10th, this Sunday, 1 to 5 p.m., NYYU will be at Legacy Bar and Grill. We are going to be celebrating the year. Again, Legacy Bar and Grill in Washington Heights. You guys are going to love it. A lot of you already been there and you already love it. But with me saying that, $50 gets you a full, delicious brunch. Ladies and gentlemen, we're talking paella, beautiful dishes. You got a 3-course entree, a 3-course meal. You got an appetizer, entree, dessert. Or you could drink mimosas. Or you could drink mojitos. Or you could drink sangria. I don't know if I'm going to go to wine route or a little mimosa route, okay? I might just do rum and cokes. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what I'm going to do. But at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, I need all of you over there, okay? Because it is going to be a celebration of celebrations. And for me, I see it even more as a time when I actually get to sit down person to person with you guys and just have an amazing time. So I need all of you over there. It's going to be amazing. And starting today, where are they at? Here they are. Starting today, baby, I got the raffle tickets in hand, and we are ready to put these babies up for sale, folks. You can get as many as you want, by the way. Raffle tickets are $25 a pop. Here's what's going to happen. So Friday, I am going to get with Jordan. I'll know a little bit more about what we have, but I do know we're going to have, one thing I already know we have is we got a minor league available, a minor league Yankee, one of the Yankees' top prospects. We already got a ball signed by him. I know we're going to have a lot of stuff available from Yankee players, maybe even a couple of Mets guys. But what we're going to do is we're going to do it as a raffle. Now, here's the great news. Originally, our mindset was, well, the raffle part, we're going to do it as an auction, a silent auction, and whoever's there could just auction and get whatever item is available. We decided to scrap that. The people that are going to get the best experience anyway are going to be the ones that are there in person because you're there with us. We're going to make content together. We're going to be able to sit down for 4 hours plus, have some great conversations, enjoy ourselves together. And that's the best experience. We decided the hell with an auction, a silent auction. Let's not do that. Let's do it as a raffle so we get the whole community involved because there's some of you in California. There's some of you who go, Pete, it's a Monday. It's a Sunday, but it's hard for me to get there. I can't really make it right now. So this way it allows everybody to get involved in any type of way. So again, raffle tickets are $25 a pop, and you can get as many as you like. If you wanted 10, you could do 10. If you want 2, you could do 2. But these are ready to go. So I'll have Jira start putting it in the chat on ways of payment. So for an example, if you're in California, you're not able to make it to the event and you go, I want to get raffle tickets. Here's what you have to do. Email us, nyunderground@yahoo.com. The reason I need your email is I'm going to send you a picture of your ticket with your number. We're going to have the other one in the bag with everybody else. But I want to have that on here so you guys have it. We'll take pictures of your tickets and send it back to you immediately once you send your payment in. But once we do all that stuff, guys, you'll be locked and loaded for the raffle. It's going to be great. Could be a couple of bats available. Could be a lot of balls available, maybe hats. Couple of different things we're going to have for you guys, but it's going to be great. And again, if you're not there to get the item, we're going to send it out to you almost immediately, probably the next day. So everybody's going to have a chance to win. I can't wait for it. It's a huge, huge day. It's a year-end celebration. We're going to do this every year, damn it. It's going to be amazing. So again, I'll put it in Discord to give everybody a better idea of how to do this, how to get the raffle going. If you are coming in person, you can wait if you want to do the raffles because you're going to be right there with us. I'll have this with me. But many, many different ways to get everybody involved. That's the way we do it. But Jira just put it in there. That's the way you go about getting your raffle tickets. Let's continue on with the voice of the males.
Good morning, Pete. Good morning,
Yo!
NYU.
What
Donkey
up?
Kong under a bridge here. I got a couple questions for you.
What?
Do you think Roki Sasaki is coming to the Yankees? And if you do think he is, what is he profile? Like, what type of pitcher is he?
Donkey Kong under a bridge.
What are the Yankees going to do with Jazz Chisholm? Are they going to keep him at third? Or do you think they're going to send him at second? That's it. Thank you.
Donkey Kong under a bridge. I tell you what, man, you guys have great creativity with these names. Donkey Kong under a bridge. Wow. So confused. Roki Sasaki. Look, we put news about Roki Sasaki out last offseason. And, you know, a lot of the news that we got was if he is posted, he's got to go to the Dodgers. That's where it is right now. Was the majority of news out there saying that Yamamoto will be a Yankee? Yeah. And we've seen how that turned out. So at the end of the day, folks, who the hell really knows? Who knows? A lot of times you hear these guaranteed to be here, guaranteed to be there. Nobody knows. Nobody really knows, man. We'll wait and see. But he has great stuff. He's an electric young arm. Throws 100 miles an hour. Amazing split. Some say the best splitter in the world is what Roki Sasaki has. So we'll see, man. Let that play out. Who the frig knows right now? Regarding Jazz should, no doubt about it, be the third baseman for the Yankees. Now, if they find a really good third baseman, could easily move him to second, fine. But by the way, when I get back from New York, guys, and I think I will maybe be able to go live a couple of days. I'm going to try to figure that stuff out. I will try my best to go live. It may not be with the whole setup here. It might just be on my phone. But I do want to still go live with you guys and have some nice conversations. But I'm going to be doing a series called The Sit Down. And what The Sit Down is going to be, it's going to be a live chat with everybody here, all of you guys. And I'm going to go over each position with the Yankees and what I think could happen there. And we'll discuss many different scenarios, many different options. I think the most interesting ones, right, are going to be third base, second base, first base, right field, left field, center field. There's a lot of fun conversation to have this offseason. And once I get back, we're going to jump right into those. But let's get to the next voicemail here.
Hey, Pete, Macho
There he
King
is.
in the house. Hey, Antoine! To the underground.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, the old season is upon us, and the Yankees got their work cut out for them. All trash cans at the GM meetings looking for a clue. We all know what needs to be done, but the Yankees had the guts to do it, yeah! They play chicken with cold blanket is going nowhere, yeah. And we all want Soto back, but Boras is a way opening his big mouth and screwing things up just like trash can. I told him out like a radio! And it looks like being born is sticking around. And even though we got us to the World Series, it still makes him a grab ass and Taylor Swift was a cupcake bacon jabroni. Joe Kelly can eat shit, dig it. But he's not necessarily wrong either. The Yankees got exposed in the World Series, and Rizzo got a run to the bag on that play. No excuses. If this organization stops being cocky and arrogant and living off the past, they can make changes necessary to meet the happen. Pete Francis, Kevin, everyone's been calling this stuff out for years. Pitching and defense at time. Hitting win championships and the Yankees defense was non-existent, yeah. And too many guys are scratching their nuts left on base.
Yeah.
That's it. Or my kids will be collecting Social Security checks before they win another chip. And Juan Soto, this is the best place for you to play your career, retire, and go into Monument Park. Because there we have great Yankees. The outfield, not like in Queens across the bridge, where they have old Dodgers to celebrate from 100 years ago. And that's the last time they won anything. And you got in YYU and the UW.
Yeah, tell him,
Mom. And the November 10th legacy.
Come on, baby.
The cream of the crop, staying macho at all times. Always busting a funky rhyme in the pocket. We brightly shine. Spreading down the line on our way to prime time. Oh, yeah! March out!
There it is. That's when you know you're allowed to talk, when Macho does a voicemail. You got to hear the Mach out. If you hear the Mach out, then you're good to go. All right? Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have 2 more voicemails. Then we're going to wrap up today's show because Pete Simonetti has to head to the Big Apple. Okay, Pete Simonetti got a little traveling to do over here.
Hey, this is Joey from
My
the Bronx.
guy,
Bronx
Joey!
State. And I got to say, when the Dodgers scouting report came out, I thought that was going to be the end of the line for all the excuse making. I thought cat's out of the bag. It's not just the fans saying it. It's the world champion team telling you to your face and then putting it into action and beating you that way. But no, Brian Cashman just comes out and just keeps giving us the same old bullshit, and now I'm convinced. They're going to use this element of luck and randomness that is inherent in the game of baseball as the perfect fucking excuse to deflect all responsibility, to deflect all accountability, and it's not going to end. Not with this regime. We need a regime change with this Yankee team. But since that's not going to happen, this is going to go on forever. They got this process thing going. They're looking at this game like it's blackjack.
Yeah.
The problem is with blackjack, it's cards. It's impersonal. It's the same every fucking time. This game is played by human beings who have ups and downs, slumps, and all that shit. Hot streaks, cold streaks. You can't apply the same fucking logic, and yet they insist on doing so. And they're going to keep doing it because they'll never own up to anything.
Yeah, it hurts
and, this is how
it doesn't inspire
this
confidence.
is how it's going to be.
I should say.
This is never going to end. So I'm not going to talk about it anymore. It's useless. If the fucking Dodgers can't get it through their fucking heads, then we can sit here and keep repeating it until we're blue in the face. Not going to make a difference. Anyway.
You're right.
Talk to you later, Pete. Bye.
Joey, you are spot on, my friend. There is no denying that you are spot on in what you just said. And look, I again, you know me. I've done this for. I can sit here all friggin' day and talk about this, man. And the scouting report from the Dodgers is damning. It's damning, and I don't think they do anything about it. You know what I mean? I don't think they would do anything at all. I don't think the Yankees are seeing it and considering making a change. I think they just see it as baloney, when in reality, we know what we've seen all year. You know, EC might be right. I think the Dodgers are doing the Yankees a favor by saying he's not wrong. The Dodgers are kind of coming out there going, this team has problems with this. They should fix it. And it was damning. Trust me, guys. The Dodgers scouting report heading into the series basically said, if you play Little League defense, if you play Little League baseball, you will defeat the New York Yankees. That's simple. That's simple. That's it. Let's go ahead, guys. Got 2 more voicemails.
Shout out NYYU. This is your boy Keith, the Met fan over from Shea and Sons.
What up, brother?
The best Yankee content out there. So
Thank you,
I love watching you guys, especially Pete bugging out. You guys are the best. Listen, best of luck this winter. I actually hope you guys sign Juan Soto, but I am coming to you peacefully with a little competition for Met fans to Yankee fans. Why don't we set up like a little a friendly wager? Whoever gets Juan Soto, you know what I'm saying? The other side maybe change profile pictures for a few days, you know, a kind of little friendly wager, you know what I'm saying? Maybe it might be pie in our face, it usually is, but let's just see how that rolls, you know, maybe we could play a Call of Duty game, you know, so I'm just putting it out there to have fun, because usually these baseball winners do tend to drag a little long. But anyways, want to shout you guys out, best fucking Yankee content out there. Guys, God bless, stay safe, happy holidays, man. Shout out Pete, man.
Appreciate you, brother Keith. You are the man, my brother. I appreciate you all day, every day. And look, man, I'm down. I'm down to do a little friendly wager. Look, the one thing I can't do, this is one thing I cannot do, okay? Because I'm a man that if I give my word, I got to stick to my word, and I have to stick to my word. So I cannot change my hat. So I can never wear put a Mets jersey on, wear a Mets hat. I can't do that. So I could never, ever, 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 ever commit to something like that, like putting a Mets hat. No. Pete Simonetti, I can't do it. I can't do it. No other jersey, hat, none of that. Unless I play Little League, and it was like, I think I played Little League, I played for the Dodgers, I played for the Athletics. So I wore those type things. No other hat has touched this head besides a New York Yankee hat as a fan. So I can't do, no matter how confident I may be, I can't do it. It'll be pandemonium for me if I were to put something else on that. Pete Simonetti would cease to exist if I do this and I put another hat on this head. Pete Simonetti, as you know him, no longer exists. He's gone. Can't wager it. Won't wager it. Can't do it. I would no longer exist. And that means NYYU goes. It would be pandemonium. Pandemonium. Complete. Let's keep it going. We'll come up with something. Let's go.
Pete, your boy Simon calling from Bella Vista in New Haven, Connecticut. How you doing?
Simon!
So when are we going to fire Aaron Boone already, huh? When the cows come home? I'm telling you
they're
right
not
now,
coming home
this
yet.
is going to be next year. We may as well just fire the schmuck now. I mean, we got to get rid of him, Pete. We have got to get rid of this schmuck.
I feel you, Simon.
I mean, it's bad enough we're going to have Trump as president. Now we have to have Boone again? Please.
Simon, come on.
I'd rather play bocce all.
Simon, I got to stop you. We're not here to talk politics, Simon. Now, see, look, Simon, you've never been cut off. Now I got to cut you off. We're not here to talk politics, folks. What do I look like, a fucking politician? Simon, we're not here for politics. Nobody cares who you voted for. Nobody cares who I voted for. It doesn't matter, Simon. We don't have to talk politics. It should not control your life, ladies and gentlemen. It shouldn't control your life. It cracks me up. And I'm going to say this real quick. I'm going to say something real quick. All right? I'm going to say something really fast. And that's it. And see, the reason I don't like any type of politics being brought up, because then everybody talks about it. And the last thing we want to do is have to kick a bunch of people out of here for something so stupid, all right? That's what I don't want to do. But here's the funny thing about politics, folks. It's important. It's important, one, right? Let me tell you guys something really quickly, and I'm going to share this because I've even gotten messages saying, can't believe, Pete, I can't believe this is how you believe you vote this way or you vote that way, so I can't watch your channel and blah, blah, blah. Ladies and gentlemen, I have teammates on this team that think differently than I do, that think differently than Francis, that thinks differently than Kev. I never treat anybody differently because you may have a different of opinion than I do. And unfortunately, I got to talk about this because Simon just threw this shit out here, and I don't want this to go batshit crazy. So I'm going to bring up why we don't have politics talked here. We have a full team here of some people that think very, very differently than me, very, very differently than Francis, than somebody else, and we treat everybody the same. The fact of the matter is that we let politics dictate the people we talk to, or the friends that we have, or the people that we work with is batshit crazy. I could disagree with somebody and go, man, I really enjoy him. I could agree with this guy and be like, I don't really fuck with his stuff too much. It doesn't matter, folks. And this is why we say, just leave the politics out of the chat. And unfortunately, we got to be really strict about it because it brings in a whole conversation of people that want to, bam! Nobody can simply just say, who cares? Let's just move on. We're talking baseball here, folks. There's no reason to bring up politics with baseball. It has nothing to do with one another. Zero. Unless it's something the Yankees do based off politics. And we go, okay, we got to talk about that because it's the Yankees. We don't just cut the madness out. Calm down. Everybody's going to be fine. And let me just say one more thing, folks. I don't care what happened on election day. I have my preference, of course. But guess what? If my preference didn't happen, I'd be doing all rise this morning. You'd be going to work. Or just the way I'm working, you'd be working too. That's just the way it is, everybody. At the end of the day, we got families to take care of. We got dreams, we got aspirations, and we also have opinions. It's life. Get the fuck over it. Get over it. Not everybody's going to think like you. Not everybody's going to think like me. But it becomes a problem when you sit there and make action on it. When you go, you know what? I don't want you a part of my team because you think different than me. Oh my God. Oh, I can't believe people think differently. Holy shit. Are we really that immature? Are we really that stupid to think like, who cares? Who cares? So Simon, you literally had to make me go off because you had to bring up politics in something that has nothing to do with politics. Nothing. Zero. Just stop it. It has nothing to do with politics. Nothing at all. It's just so... Again, guys, I don't care. I want to guess who's the person that thinks differently than Pete on NYU. It doesn't matter. The fact of the matter is, guess what? My team would never sit there and go, Pete Simonetti treated me differently because I might think different than he does. No. You wouldn't believe certain people that are on our team that have completely different thoughts and ideas and processes and ways of life that is different than me, that is different than other people. But guess what? Pete Simonetti would never treat you different unless you treated me different based off my opinions. It's that friggin' simple. Stop being so soft. Stop being so sensitive. Guess what happens in the real world, everybody? People think differently than you. It's not hard to understand. If the world was all Pete Simonetti's, the world would suck. We have to be different. It makes it fun. DJ Steelio, what's up, brother, everybody? That is all we got today. Pete Simonetti got to go out there. I got to travel. All right, I got things to do. I'm excited. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to be locked and loaded. I'm ready to see you guys on Sunday. Make sure you're there, guys. Don't let me sit there by myself. Can I say that real quick? Do not let me show up on Sunday at Legacy Bar and Grill and be sitting there myself. That wouldn't be nice. Okay? I want to see all of you there. It's going to be an amazing time, guys. Truly. Much love to each and every one of you. You guys are the friggin' best. With that being said, guys, peace out, everybody. Much love to each and every one of you guys. Why does Steels? That would be funny. Why would it be funny to see pizza to see your friend in misery? You know what, Steels? I don't like you no more. We're not friends. After I just did a whole thing about being friends with people you disagree with. Love you, Steelio. I still love you, damn it. I still love you, and I love each and every one of you guys. I got work to do. I got to go pack. I got to get ready to go to New York. I got a big, big day today, tomorrow. Guys, you're the fucking best. Believe me, you are the best. I'm going to try to be live as much as I can. I appreciate you guys. Peace out. Sunday, November 10th, Legacy Bar and Grill, brunch. It's going to be amazing. Be there. Many chances to win prizes. Peace out, guys. Much love to you. Until next time, I am out. Adios.
Can't make a promise, but I do my best. 25 sitting on 25 racks. Just got started, no, we ain't done yet. Bought a new crib, it's a goddamn flex. Sign that check. Told them last year that I been up next. Can't take calls, but I send that text. From way downtown, but the shit's still wet.